Hypsilophodon, the speed warrior of the prehistoric forests. Around 125 million years ago, during the Early Cretaceous period, Earth was a world vastly different from today. Europe was not the patchwork of countries we know now, but a land of sprawling conifer forests, towering ferns, and winding rivers cutting through marshy plains. In this primeval wilderness, filled with giant dinosaurs and ferocious predators, a small and seemingly fragile creature thrived. Hypsilophodon. It did not possess the crushing jaws of a Tyrannosaurus, the deadly claws of a Deinonychus, nor the armored hide of an Ankylosaurus. But Hypsilophodon had something else, something that allowed it to outwit danger and survive in a perilous world. Speed, alertness, and agility. This little dinosaur became a symbol of how nature rewards not just brute strength, but also clever design and quick reflexes. Appearance. The body of an athlete. Hypsilophodon was small by dinosaur standards, only about 2 meters, 6.5 feet long, and weighing less than 50 kilograms, 100 pounds, roughly the size of a large dog. Its body was lean and lightweight, built for sprinting. Its head was small, but its large, watchful eyes gave it excellent vision. These eyes, reflecting sunlight that pierced through the dense forest canopy, were always scanning for predators. Its jaw was lined with leaf-shaped teeth, sharp, efficient cutters that could slice through leaves, seeds, and fruit. At the very front, a tiny beak-like tip acted like a pair of pruning shears, perfect for nipping tender shoots and foliage. But the true secret of Hypsilophodon lay in its powerful hind legs. Long, muscular, and spring-loaded, they worked like coiled springs ready to unleash explosive speed at any moment. And balancing this little athlete was a long, stiff tail, acting like a rudder that let it steer and stabilize as it dashed through tangled forests. If we compared it to modern animals, Hypsilophodon would be the gazelle of the dinosaur world. Small, graceful, and designed to live on speed. Habitat: wild Europe of the early Cretaceous. Fossils of Hypsilophodon have been discovered mainly on the Isle of Wight in England. But during the Cretaceous, this island was part of a lush, vibrant landscape. Imagine vast floodplains dotted with rivers, swamps surrounded by towering conifers, and fern fields stretching into the distance. Yet this was far from a safe paradise. Hypsilophodon shared its environment with giants and killers. Massive herbivores like Iguanodon roamed in great herds, eating the same plants Hypsilophodon fed on. Worse, predators stalked the land. The fish-eating Baryonyx, with its crocodile-like jaws, and the agile Neovenator, a fierce carnivore that could easily make a meal out of a small dinosaur. For Hypsilophodon, life was a constant balance of feeding, staying hidden, and always being ready to sprint. The forest itself was both its shield and its trap. Dense vegetation offered cover from predators, but also hid dangers lurking in the shadows. Behavior: a weapon called speed. Unlike horned dinosaurs with frills and horns, or armored dinosaurs with spikes and clubs, Hypsilophodon had no natural weapons. Its only defense was to run. Scientists estimate that Hypsilophodon could reach speeds of 40 to 50 kilometers per hour, 25 to 30 miles per hour, fast enough to outrun many predators of its size. But running fast wasn't its only skill. It could zigzag through trees and undergrowth, using its slim frame to slip into tight spaces where larger hunters could not follow. Hypsilophodon rarely faced danger alone. These dinosaurs are believed to have lived in small herds, which gave them a collective advantage. One sharp-eyed individual could spot a predator, and in an instant, the whole group would bolt, thundering through the forest in a blur of legs and tails. To a pursuing carnivore, the herd would scatter like smoke in the wind, making it nearly impossible to focus on just one target. In this way, Hypsilophodon turned speed and teamwork into survival tools, their version of armor and weapons. Our diet: the forest forager. Though tiny, Hypsilophodon played an important role in its ecosystem. It was a dedicated plant eater with a diet of tender leaves, seeds, shoots, and fruits. Traveling in groups, these dinosaurs would comb through the underbrush like gardeners, clipping leaves with their beak-tipped mouths and grinding them with their sharp cheek teeth. Their varied diet gave them flexibility. They could thrive in different environments, from riverside thickets to open fern meadows. In doing so, they helped regulate plant growth, and at the same time, they were a vital food source for larger predators. In the grand circle of life, Hypsilophodon was both consumer and consumed, a quiet but essential thread in the web of the ancient forest. Hash fun facts and mysteries. Hypsilophodon puzzled scientists for decades. In the 1800s, some paleontologists believed it could climb trees to escape danger, a vision that captured the public imagination. The thought of a nimble, deer-like dinosaur darting up into the branches to avoid a predator seemed magical. Later studies, however, showed its anatomy wasn't built for climbing. It was strictly a ground runner. Another intriguing fact is its place in evolution. Hypsilophodon was a classic member of the Ornithopoda, a group that would later give rise to the famous duck-billed dinosaurs like Hadrosaurus. In many ways, Hypsilophodon was a prototype model, an early blueprint for the success of plant-eating dinosaurs that would dominate the late Cretaceous. Legacy? Lessons from a small survivor. Today, Hypsilophodon is long gone, its bones resting in stone for over 100 million years. Yet its story continues to inspire. It reminds us that survival isn't always about brute force. In a world of monstrous predators and armored titans, a small creature armed only with speed and awareness carved out a lasting legacy. Hypsilophodon may never have ruled the prehistoric world, but it thrived because it was perfectly suited to its environment. Its tale is a testament to nature's wisdom. Sometimes, strength lies not in power, but in agility, intelligence, and cooperation. When we imagine this little dinosaur sprinting through the forests of ancient Europe, tail stiff for balance, eyes wide with awareness, legs pumping like pistons, we see more than just a minor dinosaur. We see a survivor, a speed warrior, whose existence echoes the timeless truth. To endure, sometimes you only need to run faster than danger itself. And that is the story of Hypsilophodon, the small but extraordinary dinosaur that raced through history.